Welcome to DSF After Dark on this lovely college football Saturday, 9/23/2023. Instant reaction to today as we have so much going on today. People can't see your arms up because of your screen. So I don't know if I should.
It's the virtual background, but it's okay, baby. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Let's get into it. No, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
I'm just gonna get off camera for a little while and
You gotta get off camera, man. We right here, man. We right here. What up, GOJ, man? Big win for them Buckeyes, man, on that last drive, man. Shout out to GOJ, man.
Let's just do some instant reaction to what's happened today in all over college football, all over different parts. We heard so much about this weekend, where we were going to go, what was going to be like. So since he got on every FSU, I think he got on FSU draws too. So I'm gonna let him just go ahead and
you know what? I don't. You know what?
Let me just go ahead and get over with. Let him go ahead and talk.
Talk that shit, man. Man, you know what, Dabo? You know what? This is DSF After Dark. This is where we cut the fuck up. Dabo, let me tell you something. All that little side talk you tried to do, tried to make it seem like all the little complimentary talk you tried to do. Ain't nobody forget when you tried to say we was ducking you when your goddamn player was the one that had COVID back in 2020. We owed your ass. We owed you, Dabo. All that niceness you was trying to do. Nobody want to hear all that. 7 years. We've been having to deal with that shit. Will Shipley is a dog. I don't know about the rest of y'all fans. Will Shipley is a dog. That boy played his ass off. But in the end, what happened? You got in the overtime. You had to man up. Who scored and who didn't? Keon, no separation. That's what they said. They said Keon could. Boy, Keon, boy, in the two biggest games of the year, you done earned every NIL penny we gave you and the family. 4-0, baby. 4-0. This was the toughest month on the slate. We in here. Clemson. It's a wrap. 2 losses already in the ACC. You're done. I'd already told that I got Louisville in the championship game, and this don't change nothing. Continue, Renard. We good. We done climb that goddamn mountain. It's over.
Hello, people. Yes, I'm still here.
As
GOJ,
go
man,
ahead,
y'all.
as we sip, because you know, first time on this show, we are sipping Douce. We taking a sip for this victory.
First of all, he is sipping Douce. Tuck is busy right. Actually, Tuck and David are busy right now. So you know, they might jump in. You never know who might jump in. However, GOJ, I want to tell you, man, great win from the Buckeyes today, bro. Like
Ryan Day earned all, man. Ryan Day is that dude, man.
And then GOJ said Prime needs some elite trench work. This is not being funny. This is, you know, we support him 100%. But this is why people were talking about the roster so bad. Well, having questions about the roster was inside in the trenches, and depending on which side of the fence that you on, because there are people on both sides. Some people wanted to see Deion succeed, and some people didn't. And with this particular team, and they have done magic this time with everybody they've gone against. Why part of the reason why the game was close against Colorado State. TCU had some trench work they had to do, things of that nature. But definitely the trench work is where we've been hearing. Like that's where the weakness was of this team. The weakness of this team was in the trenches. Is what I've been saying for since day one. When they run up against a team with the trench work, it's gonna be a different story. But it's not a hate on Brian.
And you also run up on a team with the trench work that was motivated. Dan Lannon had some very interesting comments, you know.
Interesting.
He has some. I don't even want to say they were controversial because we got to look on both sides of the fence. On one end, I know how we all feel, but I don't think that they were necessarily that controversial. More so than I think that they were just, hey, this man said his piece and he motivated his team accordingly.
Well, let me just say this, man. When it comes down to that with Colorado, we have a culture problem. Mm-hmm. We have a celebrity worship problem. And we all love what Prime is doing. Great. I mean, we've seen it firsthand with Jackson State, up close and personal, for over 2 years. Your virtual background went away.
I took it away because it was messing up. I took it away.
But I've seen people like hate the fact of all the attention that Prime has been getting. I've seen people like in love with just who Prime is. Man, he's a figure. It's going to be who it is. Now, today was not a great day for them. To a lot of people, that wasn't surprising, even though I know at least 80 people that I saw put their money on their plus 21.
Yeah. I mean, because like you said, I mean, that was a big number. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that if nothing, even myself, like I said, I thought that if nothing else, they would have been able to, cover that 21.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of people thought they were going to cover that. They were going to cover that 21 when it came down to it with that. But hey, these were the games after TCU that we pointed to when it came to like, hey, you got to go against Oregon, you got to go against USC, and it's like you already triple your win total. Regardless of what happened, you already triple your win total. That's what you got to keep the main thing. But talking about a few more games.
But hold on, before we leave off that, I just want to hear your thoughts on this part.
What's that?
How much of an impact in the way that it played out do you think if Travis had to play is the difference in this? I'm not saying that Travis gets them the victory, but
about a touchdown.
Okay.
I mean, because what they did, the way that game was played, and the way that Bo never performed, the way they were running, like Travis, I don't. People can say like, oh, he would have done this, he would have done that, but the point they missing is that are you not seeing that Shedeur is at one time he couldn't even fake a handoff.
Right, and I guess that's what I was trying to get to echo your point about because I think that's what a lot of people are gonna say, take it away, because I mean we're mad, like we mad, like I mean Travis didn't get to play in this game, but at the same time when you look at the game in its totality, would he have made that much of a difference? Because Shedeur was having problems just doing 1, 2, 3 out. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because
it wouldn't matter, man.
It really wouldn't matter. And the way Oregon was doing on offense, I don't even think that the way Oregon was on the offense, I want to say they would have neutralized him to a certain degree of, hey, you know what? He's who they got, and we're going to continue to run our game plan. Like Oregon wasn't throwing up a lot of 50-50 balls, and what I'm saying, they had a whole plan in place that they were doing. They was attacking every part of the field. So although I think Travis would have made an impact in his game, I don't really think that he would have completely changed the outcome of this game.
Hey, I told my homeboy, man, don't take that plus 21. I said it's a trap. I said you falling in love with what happened with TCU and Oregon with both, and a motivated Dan Lannon and the way that team is playing. That's a different thing. That's not the same caliber of team. The plus 21 I told him was a trap, and the only reason I told him that because of how big his bet was. I'm like his bets were huge. I'm like, dude, don't let that Colorado.
Okay.
Don't let that be your downfall. Like,
yeah, now he was betting. If he was betting paper like that, then that game.
No, we can't handle nothing like that. We can't do nothing like that. That's not where we are. But other games from today. I'll let you start wherever you want to go. I don't even care right now. I'm in a raw ass mood.
You know where we going?
Where we going?
No, we gotta go.
Well,
Mr. I can't get it right against Alabama. Fucking lame. Mr. I can't get out my way when I face Alabama. Mr. I don't like prosperity. Mr. I can't, like, bruh, like your defense played a solid game. But you can't. I'm gonna let you speak intelligently about it, because
Well, I mean, when the two be told me when we talk about speaking intelligently about it, it's like this. I look at it from both sides of the ball.
The defense played okay.
The defense played okay, but you got to give Alabama credit for sticking with their game plan, not getting flustered, doing what they need to do. And I think they saw, like the second quarter on, that they was wearing Ole Miss down.
Yep.
Look, I said it before. When you got the knife to the snake's head, you got to go ahead and cut it off. If you don't cut it off, if you're going to let it sit there and continue to slither around, it's going to eventually get to you. But I will say this, man, about, and all credit to Alabama because they won the game. Now, it wasn't the most cleanest performance, but Lane, what in the HE hockey sticks do your ass be like? Is your offense that basic? I mean, I'm being serious.
Yeah,
you got Quinshawn Junkins in the backfield. Okay, why the hell you run up against them in the middle against Alabama?
Why?
We ain't got no counter plays. We ain't got no duo run plays. We ain't got nothing off tackle. We ain't got nothing.
No stretch. No nothing.
You ain't got nothing like so. My plan, like you watch the game, and Lord knows I was watching about 12 of them. But my thing is like, where the hell were you doing? Where was the game plan?
it's like when you look at it, and the reason why I say he don't like prosperity, you go back and you look at that first touchdown run they had with Dart. It was like, okay, you okay, Lane, you might be doing something, you know what I'm saying, different. But after that, same old Lane, man.
When Kevin Steele adjusted,
he didn't have nothing.
He ain't had nothing because Kevin Steele cut out all that junk.
That was it, and
it was over.
It was over. Like it was over. How the hell is over after one touchdown? But if you watch that game play out, they went drive after drive after drive with nothing, and it ain't even like Alabama was even doing nothing crazy. They weren't, and you still sat around there like this. We said it before the game. If he doesn't do it now, he's never gonna do it. Like,
and it's not the fact that you lost. This is not what we are harping on. It's the way that you
that you lost.
And Alabama, the defense is exactly who we thought they were, and they're going to continue to get better. This is not a slight at Alabama right now
at all.
We're just sitting here talking about the fact that when it comes to you, it's the same pattern every year. Lane gonna talk nice, then he gonna troll Saban the whole week, and then in the end, you get your ass handed to you every damn time.
Every time. It's like, bro, like what? It's like, and we know, and I know. Ole Miss. If we got some Ole Miss people that's watching the show, fine, cool, whatever. Lane ain't the person that's calling the plays, I guess. If y'all want to lean on that crutch, but we already know that Lane is the person
he's part of the game plan.
Behind it.
He's a part of the game plan. He's part of the offense. And you know, like, I guess you really posed no threat to Alabama, but like I said, 100% credit to Alabama, 100% credit to Milroe, all of them for adjusting and doing what needs to be done and grinding out a win. And like I said, you know, we said like, hey, they had to figure out a little bit more who they were,
and now they know.
Now you know. Now you can continue to build off of it. And I think that's what you're gonna see.
Because going into SEC, because again, you know, not to get too far ahead, but hell, you know, we being a little too nice. It's still after dark. Not to get too far ahead, but we seen the SEC today. And if you look at Alabama, I mean, you know, LSU.
It's gonna be a continuously week by week thing.
Like so Alabama is knee deep in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? Even when you take, you know, we can go there if you want to afterwards. You look at Texas A&M in the Auburn game. Texas A&M didn't really look that amazing. So the point I'm trying to make is, I mean, y'all blew my ticket, but it's okay. I ain't even care.
I told you. What I tell you Thursday?
I was right,
bro.
20-10. I was good.
What did me? I don't know. What did we tell y'all on Thursday?
I didn't think I was gonna lose by 10 points, man.
When I told you, I said, you said, okay, Auburn, Texas A&M. You like, I'm rolling with Auburn.
But 9.5.
I said, give me and it was 9.5. Then it was 7.
Well, on like, mine, when I put it in, it was 9.5. So that's why I was just like, so that was really why I was leaning towards it, because of the 9.5. I'm like, Auburn ain't gonna be beat by 9. And at halftime, I was looking good.
Go back to the tape. What I told them, y'all better take Texas A&M.
The hell y'all did in the second half. At halftime, I was looking
big. Good. I told y'all. I said take Texas A&M big.
Listen,
I told y'all on Thursday.
At halftime, I was okay. I was okay at halftime. I was okay. But that second half came, and I looked back at the score. I said, "What?" I said, "What the hell?"
I told you. I said take Texas A&M big. And it wasn't even know. Like, well, let me break it down like this. No,
like I said, it was 6-3 at halftime.
That was because of Texas A&M. Look,
but I was saying I was good money at halftime, and in the goddamn third quarter,
they had their damn chances. They had their damn chances. You know what? Quarter, look, you can't put up 200 yards of total offense in a whole damn game. A quarterback that can't. I don't know what the hell he be looking at. I think he gets stars in his eyes when he starts playing. Like I don't know what they looking. Offensive line that doesn't.
No, that's some Birmingham shit. This boy said he had stars. I ain't heard about a star.
We got a star in his eye.
Heard about a star, son.
He got stars in his eye. That's what's wrong with him. He got stars in his eye, and plus he looks so scared. I was like, dude, how you like a 5th-year player and you feel the rush coming? You like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, no, no.
Oh no.
I'm like, bro, like it was get a defense credit for what they had to do, but the Texas A&M talent, and truth be told,
right?
Hugh Freeze told him, been telling him since last Saturday. He said these next couple of games is gonna be basically. He said, I'm just gonna translate what he said. We ain't got the dudes up front. Shit, we ain't got the talent they got, because he kept on saying, well, they finished this in recruiting. I know that one class left, but they this and that and this. Basically, they got dudes. We ain't got the dudes. We need some breaks to stay in this game, right. And you ain't get none of them. I need my quarterback to perform. When you playing 3 quarterbacks in one game in an SEC game, oh, you got problems. You got problems. And they all on the same, ain't on the same page, ain't all on the same.
I mean, one give you something and the other give you something else. And it's just like, can we?
I'm trying to figure out, you know what? I'm at the point being, I'm trying to figure out what the hell the other one gives you.
Hey, look, y'all laughed at me when I resent that tweet that Robbie said. Robbie was just like,
no, bruh. Robbie over there looking like, I mean, I might not be the most accurate.
I might not be the most accurate in the world, but I can.
But basically, like he said, the receivers ain't doing their job.
Right.
The O-line ain't doing their job, and even the holes that the running backs are making.
I know, y'all. This was a crazy pivot. I don't know how we got on the arm, but it's okay. Just come. It's After Dark. Just keep rolling with us.
Yeah, it's After Dark. Just keep talking. Anyway, so
keep rolling with us.
Bottom line is this. You look like trash. You smell like the burnt trash outside. That's what y'all look like and smell like right now. You look like the burnt trash. Hugh told y'all this 3-game stretch was gonna be bad. And you can ask Tuck be denying it. Tuck and told you he don't want to hear me. I told you they were not going to survive up front on the defensive line. I kept telling you that. There's no playmakers on that defensive line except a couple of edge players. But the interior, them boys, they not playmaker, dog. And now you getting knee deep in SEC play. So like I said,
since we
3-0 was, that's why they had to go 3-0. Because I knew they were losing the next 3 probably.
So since we here, right here, we in this moment. UAB had it 28-14 at the half.
28-14, yes.
It was 28-14 at the half with Georgia. They finished with 21.
Are you asking? Are they gonna score more than we? More
What
than
the
Auburn
game in this week? What the game in this week?
What do you think?
Is in Auburn or Athens?
I think it's in Auburn. I think it is.
It's in Auburn.
That's just getting more embarrassed in front of recruits. What's the point?
My point I was trying to make was don't make me hit the mic. My point I was trying to make was, do you think that Auburn can be competitive going into next week? Because Georgia hasn't looked like whatever Georgia is supposed to look like. They ain't look like that all year. Even in this game against UAB, there's no reason for them to only be up by 2 touchdowns against UAB. Shout out to the home team. Shout out to Trent Dilfer.
I'm gonna tell you like Robert Griffith III said at the broadcast today. You don't know which Peyton Thorne you're gonna get.
Yeah,
he said that's been his problem his whole career. So you don't know if you're gonna get good one, bad one to move the defense or do whatever. You just don't know. So look, let's talk about something better.
Okay.
Let's move on. So we talked a little bit about Bama. Who else you want to hit next?
I mean, let's go hit the closeout, man. I mean,
who?
You want to wait? You got one more before we hit that?
Just wait.
You got one more before we hit that?
Okay. I want to know what the people in the chat want to know about. Who they want to talk about. It was so much that happened today. Update: USC is up 21-13. Washington is killing.
Hey, man, get credit to Arizona State, man, because they missing a right tackle. They going with I forgot the cat they done put in. He's a journeyman at quarterback. They hanging in there as best as they can. If Arizona State, because they ain't even made it this long ass game. They ain't even made it to halftime yet. We still ain't at the half.
And shout out to my pick of Washington State. I told y'all about Cam Ward. Doing his thing for them. Great. Did a great job today. Did a wonderful job.
We'll touch on it right here because we could pin this. FAMU still rolling. Yes. They're on the mission. FAMU
23-10. FAMU still doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tuskegee. Double overtime win today. They 4-0. Dave. They coming to A&M for homecoming that week.
Renaud, I just want the credentials. We just need the credentials next week. We need the credentials next week.
Good luck. Good luck, because they not really they not that cooperative.
We need the credentials next week. That's all. I'm saying we need the credentials next week. Because
shout out to my brother Teddy Keaton and them Allen Yellow Jackets 4-0. Another win for them today. Another win. I'm so proud and happy for them, man. They doing it. They doing it in a great convincing fashion. I'm really, really happy for them, man. That's a great win. A great win, and they continue to build. I'm telling you, man, Tuskegee is tough.
That's what I'm saying. Next Saturday is gonna be look. Listen, don't let A&M mess around and follow the same fate as Alabama. That rhymed as Alabama State.
I mean, if they do, then then.
Man, Coach, hey, Coach, you are a great interview. We enjoy it, and you are a great person. We enjoyed meeting you at multiple SWAC media days. But my brother, if Ball and Parlay,
I mean, it is what it is.
If Ball and Parlay comes into your building on homecoming, I done seen a lot of party flies. It's a lot going on this weekend.
Tuskegee got a lot of party flies. They homecoming next. I mean, at A&M homecoming next week.
It's like party fly. It's a lot going on up in Hunts Vegas. this weekend coming up. I'm just
saying. There's no rooms in Huntsville this weekend. I hope y'all know that.
You might as well stay at the crib and just drive.
You might as well just drive back. If y'all come to Birmingham, just drive back.
Stay one of them podunk towns in Tennessee and drive over. Whatever you want to do. All we saying is A&M, don't let Tuskegee come and ruin your home. Because I don't even know why the hell y'all scheduled this for homecoming. I don't know who was behind this idea.
But I mean, this would normally be a good homecoming matchup for them. I do want to say this though.
Tuskegee been a good squad for a while though.
I know, but not that good. They're not as good they've been this year. I do want to give some more kudos. I gotta give kudos to Jalen Milroe, man, for the hit that he took, and then still completed the pass to the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I mean, was a great play. Penn State and Iowa, we already knew before the game started.
Iowa just stay open. And for those who don't know, hold on, Renard, you know the deal, right? For those of you who don't know, Brian Ferentz, whatever his name is, the head coach, Kurt Ferentz. He's supposed to score a certain amount of points for the year, basically to avoid being fired. Basically, in a nutshell, he's supposed to score because their offense has been so terrible. He's supposed to score a certain amount of points total for the year to avoid being fired. Well, when you do what you did today,
your offense is about as shitty as a bee on a damn flower. I mean,
you don't want to be on the other side of the bet, but it's almost like when Iowa plays bet the under. Just bet the damn under. Just bet the damn under. Cause
they bother me to my soul.
Yes, they should.
I just want to know, do y'all complete touchdown passes in practice?
And they went and got Mac, the boy from Michigan. They went and got him.
Well,
so they look.
That's why Dave should be on here, because he's the one that said it don't make no damn sense.
Look,
it wasn't gonna help.
They attempted to grab somebody in the portal to address the issue, and they still look like the same damn Iowa offense.
Speaking of that, shout out to my boys at Utah. They doubted y'all. They kept doubting you. Y'all pulled it out. I'm happy for you. Proud of you. Y'all played Utah football. Y'all did what y'all had to do. Thank you for pulling that out for me.
Let me ask you this. This is a good segue to pin it. What are your thoughts on LSU?
As far as what? I guess I'm asking
that was an ugly ass win, bro. That was an ugly ass win.
But they always like that with Arkansas because it's a rivalry game. Arkansas, LSU always in. It don't matter which either one of them records are good or bad. They always are like that for the battle of the Golden Boot.
So that game is like that.
Yeah, that game is just one of them games. But see, it's normally played later on in the year.
Right.
It's not normally played in
because I'm looking at it, and it's almost a situation where it's just like, hey, we get into these moments where we talk about these coaches, and again, we are show people, content creators, but at the end of the day,
I don't know what the hell I am.
But at the end of the day, these guys are getting paid millions of dollars, man. Sam Pittman and his freaking time out management, it's just like, calm the hell on, man. If you don't do what you did early in the second half, you would have at least had a timeout left on that last drive. But because of your mishandling of things,
right.
LSU was able to literally milk the clock out until the very last minute and win the game on the field goal. Caden Jefferson played, I don't want to say he played the game of his life, but Caden Jefferson played an amazing game. He never got a chance. And he never got a chance to get the ball back. So I ask you this, and we can stay on this game for just a split second. Do you think they should just allow them to score?
You know, I was thinking that. I really thought they were gonna let them score.
I said the same. I'm watching the game. I'm sitting here and I'm like, let them score, man. Just let them score, get the ball, try to get it, because they were very effective on offense. They were
going
game.
Up and down. They were going up and down the
field. So get into a situation where you can go for two.
Get the ball. Get the ball in your playmaker's hand. Get the ball in KJ Jefferson's hands. Get the ball, and that's your best bet. But I'm saying, like, y'all gonna sit here and play this game like this dude finna miss this chip shot field goal. Either way it go, you going to overtime. So I'm just saying, like, let him go on in. And what are you holding? Put the game in your best player, which is KJ Jefferson. Put it in his hand. You've been going up and down the field on him, so why not just do that? Why now you want to,
like Kurt was saying, like Kurt and I think it was Chris. Yeah, that's Chris. Chris
Kirk and Chris.
So, and it was just like, you know, it's not his DNA, but at the same time, do you just go ahead and go let him score so you can try to get down there and go for two?
Here's my question. What are you really saving?
Exactly.
Once it get down too far, let them go on about their business and handle what they got to do and do what they got to do.
LSU was trying to, don't get it twisted. If you watch it, them last
LSU was trying to get in. They were trying to get in.
So it wasn't like LSU, because at the end of the day, if LSU were just trying to kick the field goal and go home, they would just kneel down.
Right, and just be done with it that way.
And be done with it. They was legit trying to score a touchdown.
And before we move on, because I definitely want to move on and talk more about Ohio State, Notre Dame, and some other games that happened today. This is a public service announcement. Y'all gonna take this the wrong way. Late at night, I really don't give a damn. Y'all some fair weather ass fans.
Always.
let me tell you. For 5 to 7 years, I've been seeing some of the same people talk the same noise about football because it don't affect their team. When it affects their team, they want the sun to stop. When are y'all going to start learning football? Y'all making the same dumbass football takes over and over and over again because it's not going for your team. I understand it's part of being a fan, but bruh, people don't want to see it on social media every single day, dog. We just don't. We don't want to see that. Either learn more about the game, get better educated, do something. Please. You making yourself look bad. And then you got the amen corner out there helping. I just need y'all to get better at it. I mean, in the end. In the end. So
now before we go to the Ohio State and Michigan game. Let's do Ohio State and Notre Dame. Let's do non-troll. Let's speak on the FSU and Clemson game. Let's speak on it. Non-troll.
I wasn't gonna troll.
Let's talk about it as we say. Let's talk about it intelligently.
Okay.
If you sit back and you look at the game, Garrett had an amazing game plan going into the game. And what I mean by that was he knew our weakness was our linebackers. And even though they were down a couple of receivers, he knew that our weakness was linebackers. And he manipulated a lot of things with his running backs out of the backfield. And he also utilized the slot receiver. And I think a lot of people, FSU fans, were frustrated because they were looking at the game and they were saying, oh, man, we ain't get on the field. Oh, man, we ain't doing this. But y'all got to understand something. This man was the offensive coordinator in the national championship game last year for TCU. Not Ohio State, not Bama, not Clemson, not whatever powerhouse you want to call it. He was the offensive coordinator for TCU. And I think the game switched when We didn't convert. Clemson gets the ball, and we not only get a sack and a fumble, it turns into a touchdown for the defense. Because at that moment, at that point in time, the game was teetering. Clemson had already took the lead. They were already up by 7. And they had the ball and they were driving. You know, I think that's gonna go unviewed. They had the ball and they were driving. But when, again, everybody who wants to blame Fuller, the defense stepped up. He caught a blitz at the right time and he got what he needed.
I mean, here's where we are in college football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the part that most people are not really understanding. We're not so much in a parity standpoint. We're in a standpoint to where it's like we're surviving in advance. because you saw how you see how people bash certain teams and certain players last week and turn around and embrace them this week. And that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be all year long. You got to just win the game. Get the hell out of Dodge, and then go on about your business and go back, watch the film, break down. We getting in the next week. That's what I'm saying. Like, why I think we've been spoiled as a fan base, as a college football fan base. It's like, I always talk about, don't pay attention to the helmet. But I think we really got to a point now. It's like, no, you want to see the team with your jersey put that W in the collar. And it's going to be even more important and even more parity going forward because you're going to have 12 teams next year. And with having 12 teams, you don't have to have this perfect regular season. You just got to be in the damn conversation.
And even if you think back to last year, like, look at TCU. They lost to Kansas State. Like, people keep neglecting that fact. TCU did not win the Big 12 last year.
No,
we lost. We were at the championship game, watching it in the suite. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the result because we like, oh shit, TCU about to damn lose.
And I think that's where, if truth be told, like I love to break it down. I love to get into it. I love to get the people that breaking it down. But we've heard the stuff about Georgia's schedule this year. Some of it is not their fault. Some of it's the opponent's fault. Okay, but why are we really mad at them? Because if Alabama replaced Texas with Northwest Louisiana, you got the same argument. It's just that this year Texas got that team. They got that talent. It goes year by year. So it's not Georgia's fault they play in the SEC East, which guess what? Going away.
After next year, we ain't got to about it no more. It's gone.
They were supposed to play Oklahoma this year, but because it wasn't a turnaround thing and with them coming in, they didn't do that. Like, so it's like,
and as much as we get on Georgia about that, that was the SEC call.
That was an SEC call.
That was
an SEC call.
And I think if people get that shit misconstrued, like Kirby was just like, I don't want to play Oklahoma. Give me UAB. That was the SEC call. You think that the SEC was like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the SEC call. That wasn't a Georgia call.
Oh, hold on. That's my boy on here. What up? Oh, what up, man? What up, dude? I know you're happy. I know you're happy today, bro. I know you're happy. Your boys won. Go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. I think like, again, Georgia's schedule was easy as pie. Don't get it twisted. But it wasn't all their fault.
It's not okay. It's just like the same year. It's like the same years when people say like, "Oh, Alabama don't play nobody." Y'all do understand the schedule ain't made in the spring, right? I mean, it's not made in the spring, and it's not made for every. It's not made that way.
Renard, just tell them. Use your Googles and type in Alabama schedule.
You can type in Alabama schedule 2035 if you want to,
and I guarantee you, because the Alabama guy know that. Just a lot of these opponents are already scheduled years in advance.
But we move the goalposts depending on how it benefits our argument. That's what they do as fans. That's what we do as people that cover game. But a lot of times when I'm level headed, it's like I'm not trying to move the goalposts because of what's going on, because of what's happening. It's just 100% the unabated truth. The truth of the matter is that a lot of this scheduling stuff came up, and because we've talked about it before, they've had people that say oh, the SEC gets this, or the ACC gets this, or this person get this person get that. Answer me this question, Ben.
Okay.
I'm going to let you answer it.
Okay.
How many, would you say 120 FBS Group of 5 and Power 5? Power 5 teams are like 65, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Out of that 65, how many of them are actual true national championship contenders every year?
It's less than 20. I hate to break it to y'all. It's really less than 15. If you want to be 15. Honest, it's really less.
So let 15. So name a school in the Power 5, not a known, not a blue blood. Just name one. Anybody
outside of the 15 that could probably win.
No. I'm just saying. I just want you to name someone out in the Power 5 that maybe we don't talk about a lot. Okay, like Auburn with the Cal, right?
You say Oregon.
Okay. I mean, you can say Oregon, but I'm talking about like someone like a Cal or someone like a Washington State or someone like that. And the reason why I want to say different, okay, Omar said Duke. Take Duke. Okay.
Duke. There you go. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a great one, O. If Alabama plays Duke this year instead of playing them a few years ago when they wasn't the same Duke, the perception is different, right?
Mm-hmm.
If y'all play LSU when LSU was in Ed O's last years, compared to playing LSU with Brian Kelly now, the perception would be different, right?
Yeah.
I can't punish FSU before that. We be talking about schedules like it's damn college basketball where there's like 345 teams to pick from with schedules, and it's like, no. You don't have so many. It's going to be this polar. You don't have Ohio State, Notre Dame every year.
Nope.
You just don't have that because you know why? Part of the reason why we're going to 12, there is no benefit if you lose that game. And a lot of schools saw that, hey, I can get in, you know what I'm saying? Get into the conversation, get all the attention on my program. Okay, I'm gonna go schedule Southeast Louisiana. Because I'm playing the FCS school. It's non-conference. Then you have to play your one Power 5. Well, if my one Power 5 is Minnesota or Wisconsin, really, could you really say something to me though? You really can't because that's the way the system was set up.
And I think it's all like you said. It's all about scheduling and when things happen. And at the end of the day, man, we can't ignore that. The teams on the field got to put the games that's put in front of them. That's why I don't get too. That's why I don't get too high. I get too low about games. I don't.
Omar just said like Tennessee past and present. Great example. 15 years, Alabama stomped the shit out of Tennessee. I'm talking about everybody talking about. I don't know why they played it. Now, excuse me. I like these casuals. Why they playing this game? Why they playing this? Why they playing this game? Well, then Tennessee gets better. All of a sudden, man, Alabama's schedule is hard, but they ain't changed nothing.
Ain't nothing changed. And I think that, and to your point, that's what we were just like. Is Nick really bitching about LSU?
But it's like what we do.
Bro, you've been playing LSU for the last umpteen years. You've been playing Tennessee for the last umpteen years.
But it's like, why do we put? I get it. There's different teams on different levels. But we talking about true Power 5, two national championship teams. Okay, I'm sure that when TCU put Colorado on the schedule, they weren't expecting to play no damn Dion. They weren't expecting to play a full roster of 85
because how long
new players.
Bernard, how long ago was that schedule made?
I don't know about that one. I know,
but I guarantee you it wasn't a new schedule.
But they did have to change a game around and do. I mean, we get all that.
I don't think, but I guess the point we're trying to make is even if they did all of that, I don't think when TCU scheduled that game against a 1-11 Colorado, they thought that Colorado was going to be on fire.
I just want us, if we're going to be so loud, and I'm just talking about as college football fans, like, I know, like, Vontae's on here, Omar's on here, Quintel, a lot of other people. It's like, it's deeper than, like, I saw a post today. I'm not even going to say who it's from. Omar might know who it's from. I don't normally scroll most social media on. I'm more of a Twitter person on Saturday but this is my problem. The biggest platform doesn't mean you know what the hell you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a post today that said, Georgia's only beating UAB by 14 points at halftime. I bet you they won't knock them out of number one though. Ben, I did like this. What does that have to do with anything? Because guess what? They're the two-time defending national champions, and they haven't lost. Why are you so obsessed with where you are? Just keep
I've lived
winning.
But Bernard, I lived it. I lived in 14. But Bernard, in 14, FSU did not lose a single game in the regular season, and we steadily dropped every week.
That's true. I get it.
I lived it. I lived it. Like, to your point, we from the philosophy of, if you are the defending champ, you come in and you win your games. I watched it. In 14, we continue to drop every week, even though we won every game. We were undefeated in the regular season in 14.
I'm with you. It's just stuff like that. It just really bothers me, because I'm like, these folks don't know football for real. It's like, well, why we got to get this? And folks like, oh, it's a bias. It's a bias for this. What is the bias? Why y'all so invested in a poll that means not twiddly fucking links? I don't understand why you so invested in a poll. Because guess what? If somebody lose, then guess what? That poll is gonna change. It's gonna change 6,000 times, because we are in a parity season. Who is dominant right now in college football?
Hold on, you know what? You ain't even gotta go there. Let's go dig deeper. So we in the conversation, dig deeper. Who got dominant defense in college football right now? Because right now it's a lot of games that's coming down to the offense having the ball in their hands. My squad included. Like, Dave said it this past Thursday. Like, what is a dominant defense in college football? Like, what is it right now?
I think truth be told, Alabama has the ability to be dominant.
They do.
I think Georgia can have the ability, but not up to the past 2 years that they've been dominant. But they got like 17 injuries. They got a crap load of injuries. Like, you just want to be good and solid at the point right now, because the rules 100% favor the offense.
And it's almost crazy, because when you look at the way things are right now with the parity, I saw a question that was asked, like, if you had to say who's the most dominant team in college football right now.
I told him, like, going into the season, there wasn't one.
Everybody got weaknesses. Everybody.
There wasn't one. Speaking of not being dominant, let's pause this conversation. Oh, Mike Omar said it's only week 4, not week 12. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar.
Bottom line, let's talk a little bit more about Ohio State and Notre Dame.
There we go. We're going to hit it right here.
Because for all the scheduling crap that we get, that game lived up to the hype. It wasn't overly 48-45 game. It was just a good, solid football game. I got to give a shout out to McCord, because I did not believe in you. I definitely not believed in you. I really thought Notre Dame was going to handle them. And you got to give Ohio State credit, man. It was some crucial plays in there that was made throughout most of that game, from what I could see. That's the kind of football games that we want. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where we are with that. I think that's the kind of football games that we really want. So what was your overall impression of the of the Ohio State Notre Dame game.
I mean, my thing was I gotta give a shout out to McCoy. You know, the kid grew up in front of our eyes. I think, you know, a lot of people don't want to, you know, maybe not want to give him his credit, but Marvin Harrison Jr. is an amazing wide receiver.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is the epitome of what the word wide receiver is.
But on that last drive, did he even have a catch?
Didn't he have one? He had one.
He had one.
He had one going across the middle, I think.
And that was it. So the point I'm trying to make is McCord knew that they were taking him away. Even once they got down to the goal line, they went to him still. It wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? McCord had to scan and read the field. He had to do what he had to do to put them in position to win it. Shout out to, look, Ohio State right now, I told you, my picks are I don't think they're going to beat Michigan. But in this particular game right here, McCord grew up in front of our eyes, and he showed us what his worth was. And if you think Ohio State ain't going to be there going forward,
right?
You completely wrong.
I mean, it was a great game.
And Hardline, and we got to give Hardline the credit because
I'm not going to do that.
You ain't going to do that. He the OC. I try to give Hardline the credit.
I mean, you said Heartline. Excuse me. I thought you said Hartman. I'm sorry.
No, I said Heartline. Dude.
Heartline. Brian Heartline is one of the baddest coaches.
Like the reason why they retained him, they moved him from the position coach to the OC because it's just like it's the same with FSU. That with Atkins was like, yo, you ain't going nowhere. If you want the OC title, you got it.
Right. He recruits high end. He recruits high end players. He developed high end players because Emeka, I was talking about Emeka 2 years ago. Emeka is a bad dude too. And every year he's bringing in these, not just the top recruits. It's not like he just say, "Oh, give me the number one recruit in the nation." No, he brings in these recruits and develops them, get them all to the league. And if nothing else, you're gonna know Ohio State gonna have wide receivers. If they don't have nothing else, they're gonna have wide receivers, and it's mainly because of Heartline, man. And he goes everywhere across the country and get who he wants and what he wants. And he brings them in slowly, and continue to do it. Just break down the Ohio State wide receiver room over the last few years. It's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible what that guy does for them overall, man. Like for real. But who impressed you this Saturday outside of Florida State? Like who? And y'all can answer in the chat if y'all still there or not. Who impressed you this Saturday?
Penn State.
Okay.
They're gonna be a problem, man. They are going. Look, I
say okay because I'm thinking. That's all. I'm just
no, not that. I'm saying I gotta pull up this schedule because I think they got them both. I want to say they got them both.
And they someone else that stayed with a loaded backfield.
Yep.
It's Penn State. Who impressed you? We'll just keep it in the Power 5 realm right now. Like who impressed you? Who just happy to see? I'll tell you this. What I'm impressed with is as far as that where we are in college football to where it's week 4 and every week we're getting different teams going up and going down, going up, going down. It's going to make an exciting week 8, week 9 as we go forward and move forward because the team you seeing in week 3, week 4, you think it's going to be this, it's going to be that. It's not going to be that. Real coaching, real developing, real schemes, real game plan is going to all come together. Because even with Keon Coleman, I'm going to use that because I know you know. Like, these folks are not at their best. Even Lane Kiffin said, I didn't have time to really do nothing with my offense this season.
I wouldn't know right now.
So what now?
I
know you don't have a name. I'm just saying, but I'm using him as an example. Like he said, we have so many transfers. We're just trying to get people to run the right routes. We're trying to get them to understand the game plan, understand the concepts. And I think that's still going on with a lot of Like if I'm an Alabama fan, I'm looking like, okay, who am I scared of right now in the SEC?
Nope. In the West, nobody.
Are you even scared of Georgia right now?
Yes.
I ain't scared of Georgia.
You should be.
I'm not. Well, okay. Because you got Carson Beck.
You should
be. And I'm not scared. If I'm an Alabama fan, I'm not scared of Georgia.
I think you should be scared of Georgia's defense.
That defense is really, really good, but they have a hell of a lot of injuries right now.
But by the time you see them in Atlanta in December,
will it come together though? But I'm saying, like, okay, if you want to keep it to the West,
but if you Alabama, no, I've been ringing that bell the whole time. Like, I know
it's a week by week thing.
I know LSU fans, y'all want to get ahead of yourself. I do not, and I'm gonna say it right now. This is September the what? What's today's date? September 23rd. I do not think y'all gonna go in Tuscaloosa and beat them people with Jaden Daniels. Sorry, I don't believe it.
I'm not saying nothing right
now. I'm there. After watching what KJ Jefferson was able to do.
But KJ Jefferson is special though.
He is special. But I don't think KJ Jefferson is that much better than Jalen Milroe. Not with the weapons that Jalen Milroe has.
Whoa.
Hold on, with the weapons that Jalen Milroe has.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Let's take 3 steps back.
Okay.
You can't say that because at least KJ Jefferson got it on tape.
I'm saying with the weapons that sometimes you gotta speak on potential. With the weapons that Jalen Milroe has.
I ain't speaking on no damn potential.
With the weapons that Jalen Milroe has. And Brian Denny with that defense, I don't know, man.
But Omar will tell you this because he's a big Bama fan. It's not proven though yet, though.
But Ole Miss this is his start.
That's one game though. KJ Jefferson got 2 seasons of a body of work.
But they ain't gonna face LSU till November, so he got some more games.
He got more games,
a whole month before he faced them boys.
What if okay, here's the thing. I'm just playing devil advocate.
Okay.
What if he go out in this game? I don't even know who Alabama playing this game. And he looked like the Jalen Milroe that was against Texas, or he makes abominable mistakes. Because this is what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, I can't project that far.
To your point.
Because Brian Kelly teams always get better.
So to your point, Mississippi State.
You can take Mississippi State out the conversation.
I'm just saying, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, the same Arkansas, and Tennessee. That's what's on Bama's schedule before they face LSU.
And I'm going to tell you right now, that is not an easy grind.
Well, you said take Mississippi State out the picture. So
yeah, I thought you were talking about the team itself. There's nothing at Mississippi State and Starkville right now that makes me say, "Oh yeah, they can beat them."
So you got Arkansas, Texas A&M, and Tennessee. I think they can go 2-1 or 3-0 in that stretch.
I think they can go 3-0. I'm just saying, but the wear and tear. It's like I would rather play. Like, okay, we used to have. Like watching Auburn, they used to have Amen Corner. Mm-hmm. It used to be Georgia, then Alabama. That was you had back-to-back weeks. Now that's moved. Now you got Georgia in September. I'd rather go ahead and get that ass whooping over with in September.
I think y'all gonna show up next week, man.
They can show up. That don't mean they're gonna show out. But I'm saying I'd rather get that ass whooping over with in September than get it at the end when I'm really, really broken down. My body really broken down.
No,
it's the grind of the schedule. It's the grind of the schedule. That doesn't mean like, oh, we the toughest in the world. I'm just saying, like, you got to play these teams back to back to back to back to back. And
I guess I'm rooting for the kid. I guess I feel like Milroe. Yeah.
I'm rooting for the kid because these some fair weather ass fans out here.
Man,
they talked about this man like a dog.
We could probably end the show on that because I'm rooting for the kid, man.
I'm rooting for Milroe. I really want him to do well because I like the underdog story. I mean, I really do. And it's like, I don't think people really get the fact that he came in last year in a totally different offensive system. Okay. The system that was designed for Bryce Young. Did what he had to do. People like, oh, he did it. He turned the ball over. Blah, blah. Kid first game start. Leave him alone.
Man, he turned him up.
He get into this year. You got a brand new offensive line.
Look around college football.
You got brand new, you the brand new quarterback. You got a brand new OC. And then your first game was Middle Tennessee State. And then your first real game is against a Texas team that's in the top 5 right now. But y'all want to crucify the man.
Well, I think somebody knew what was best, and he plugged him in. So,
it just bothers me. That's all. It just bothers me. It's like I don't get what we're doing when it's like, oh, Milroe ain't this, he ain't that. But what can he be though? And that's what was the strength they played to today. The dude built like a linebacker. He looked like Mike Damn Singletary throwing the ball. Yeah. I mean, what the hell are we talking about right now? But I just love the parody of the season.
It was a great weekend.
It's a great weekend. And it's going to continue to be great weekends and great matchups. And I think there's a lot of more unpredictability is gonna be strong. Shout out to Prime them.
Yes.
Hope Travis them gets better, man. But we really got to address that the elephant in the room about people understanding the game a little bit better, man. Because
we got to do that as a whole when we all together. Because I think
because that's a whole topic for a whole nother show, right, man. Because I don't mind you having your fandom, but when you say statements like that, it's like, and then some of y'all got huge platforms, and y'all might just be playing, but people will look at y'all and rely on what you what you say, and then it'd be like whatever. But it's another great college football weekend. It's still going. Washington is 52, Cal 12. Yeah, Washington is scary.
USC is still around here playing around. It's 21-13 still.
Are they really playing around, or they just down to their level? Shut up, Renard.
I'm gonna say they playing around. I'm not gonna do
you it. Take Caleb off that roster. I just don't know what you got.
Oh well, we already know that. That which is why I said 1,001 times. I'm gonna keep saying it. Obviously, they can't do nothing about it. I like Colorado chances more against USC than Oregon.
I 100% agree with you.
I wish those games were flipped. I wish they had to play USC first and then play Oregon second.
Caleb just got second.
And the thing about it is, understand, people, this ain't no revisionist history. I've been saying this.
Caleb just got sacked.
That's what I'm saying. I said this weeks ago. USC is USC, but I know Oregon is a complete team. And I said I wish they had to play USC before Oregon. I've been saying that.
I just believe that in seasons like this, good coaching and good development is going to continue to come to the forefront. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's not one of those teams. It's not a shot at Bama. It's not one of those Bama teams where you so deep and so talented that you just run over everybody.
Nah, that shit been over for a couple of years.
No, I'm saying no, not for them. I'm just saying like competition wise. It's like you walk on the field like, oh, they finna beat these dude by 30.
Yeah.
It's one of them things like you could win by 30 or you could lose by 30. So that's just where we is. Did he miss that field goal?
No, he made it.
Oh, he made it.
It was a bad snap, but he made the kick barely.
Well, like he threw a hip out of socket trying to make that kick. Okay. Whatever. I don't know. I just love it, man. We're in a great spot. Mm-hmm. But college football is here. We'll be back soon talking more about it.
Yes, sir. We'll be back this week.
Man, it's absolutely crazy. This is just an instant reaction. It's not an in-depth breakdown or actually ain't looked at nothing. Got to actually figure out what I want to go back and actually watch again. So we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Y'all know how to get in touch with it. Anything y'all want to hear from us, put it in the chat. Put it on any of the social media channels or anything like that. But we know it's late at night. We appreciate y'all for everything. You know, Dave is working. I think I'm sure he probably at the cigar lounge. Tuck is actually still working too. So we'll be back, man, with more. and more and more. Don't forget to go to dsfpodcast.com, get some merch, get you some shot glasses, get some stuff like that. Just follow us, man. The more y'all do, the more y'all follow us, the more we'll be able to do. Cause we got a lot of stuff in the woodwork. So, Ben, you got anything else, man? You want to get your final shout out right now?
Y'all know what time it is, man. I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? The stick of the Clemson. You know, the funny part about this is, Renard, a lot of people been over Clemson for a while. So this is kind of like that final fork. Because a lot of people been over Clemson for a while. So I'll take that. 2 losses in September. That's 2 conference losses.
Hey, I saw your Yeah, you killing them. Hey, I saw your family was up at supporting little Steve up at A&M, man. He doing what he can up there for Arkansas Pine Bluff, man. Keep tell him we said keep grinding, man. Hey, man, tell Steve we still need that interview. I ain't forgot. I got about 60 interviews I got to get in the next like 9 weeks. Don't, bro. I'm serious. Like everybody's saying, like, oh, you supposed to interview me? I know. Don't be mad at me. Just a lot going on. He said, okay, we'll do. Cool. But watch college football, all the college football you consume. Please also support lower divisions college football, whether it's Division II, FCS. Watch these HBCUs. They're playing some great ball. A lot of D2 HBCUs are beating a lot of D1 HBCUs. And they'll be careful next week. With Ski. Ski got a real good team. Like I said before, shout out to my brother Teddy Keaton, man. He got Allen University in the SEAC conference. Same conference with Tuskegee and Miles. They're 4-0. Probably get to see him next month when they play Miles for their home. And that is Miles' homecoming being. When Ted and them come down here.
What's the date?
I told you, you said you probably be out of town the week before Classic.
This one, yeah, I'll be in Mississippi Valley State. I'll be in Mississippi.
Yeah. So yeah, stuff like that, man. Just continue support. You know how we do, man. Just whatever y'all come to, y'all know, man. We like real football. We like real talk. We do whatever y'all want to do. But for a DSF After Dark, we didn't cuss too much. We ain't act too much of a fool. That might change. The more After Dark
it was only because it was just 2 of us. We was keeping it mild. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we wasn't no full Monty. We talked about Auburn. We talked about the SWAC. We talked about some of everything. We talked about other stuff. You know, yeah. Some people are off bad right now, but they off bad right now. The season is here. Week 5 is upon us. Good Lord, already. But man, that's right, quarter way. But Down South Football Podcast, man, for David Gardner.
Oh, and as we leave the show, Arizona State just scored again, making it 21 to 20, 24 to 19.
I see it. I see it in front of me.
We're gonna be up tonight. No, we're gonna be up.
I ain't slept about 5 days, so it don't really matter.
I'm gonna be up. I ain't got nothing else to do. Well, I gotta go to work in the morning, but anyway, I'm finna be up.
It's like this. Like I said, for Chauncey Tuck, for David Gardner, for Renard Williams, Ben Dennis, our homeboy Damian Mitchell, who's another part of us. Make sure y'all tune in to his show on Jocks 94.5 early in the morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then he's also a producer for Greg McElroy and Cole Cuba show, Mac and Cube. Make sure if you can't listen to it locally, listen to it on the app. And to the other contributors, the other people that's ready to come on here and do some things for us, we appreciate all the support. But for Down South Football Podcast, man, we out. Y'all have a good night and enjoy the rest of the football. Peace.
Yeah.